Hello, everybody. Suzanne, nursing with Dawning Visions Hypnosis. I have a question for you. Mental health therapist. Are you sick of bearing the brunt of having to do so much billing for the agency that you work at that you are unable to keep up with all the work that you have? This is one of the pressures that many mental health therapists find themselves having to deal with when they work in an agency, because they are the ones who are able to bill the hours to keep the whole place afloat, meaning paying everybody else's wages with the income they bring in. However, it can be really tiring. It can be really unhealthy in the sense that if you're spending too many hours, too many days listening to the horrific stories that some of your patients are going to be telling you, or dealing with people with really serious mental illnesses, you may find yourself getting sick. You might find yourself feeling depressed, or even getting depressed, anxious, or even coming down with colds and sometimes even autoimmune problems. I know this has been a problem for some of the people in the field because I've been told. So you need to think about how many hours a week would work for you. The other thing is that different agencies have different policies. And it may just be that you don't want to work for an agency anymore. Maybe you prefer to go out on your own. But of course, that means you have to learn how to do the marketing in order to get patients into your business. If you're able to take health insurance, that's helpful, although the payment isn't really that great, as you all know. So what you're really looking to do, if you decide to go out on your own, is to choose a niche, the type of person that you truly enjoy working with the most, and advertise and market toward them. So if you like working with, let's say, females between 45 and 65 who are going through change of life, maybe becoming empty nesters, not really sure what they want to do with their lives because their kids are leaving the nest, that could be an expertise that you could take on, because there's a lot of people who go through that and don't know exactly how to deal with it. Or if you like working with executives, these are people who have money to spend on your services, and help them to deal with their personal lives. Because many times these folks may be really great at business, but they're not really that great in their personal life. And a lot of them have issues with their families. Their kids don't barely know them. Their wives don't like them being on the road all the time and being out till all hours doing business, at least that's what they're told they're doing. And there's problems. Or maybe you just want to deal with people who have anxiety issues or depression of a certain gender and a certain age group. For me, I love working with teenagers and 20-somethings because for hypnotism, they're already in the hypnotic state quite naturally. So it makes it really easy for me to work with them. It goes a lot quicker than older people. And by the time they've decided to find a hypnotist, they already realize that it's something in their subconscious mind that's getting in their way that they need to have unblocked. So it works out really well, actually. So think about that. Also, if you are working on your own, you're going to need to charge heftier rates. And what I suggest you do is that you sell programs. Don't sell sessions. Sessions will not get you anywhere. People will come for a session or two and they'll decide that they don't want to come anymore, and you're chasing them down, and it's ridiculous. It's a waste of your time. You want to sell them programs. You want to have an outcome for them, and people will pay really good money for that. Now, I do teach hypnosis and non-linguistic programming. It's a 2-day VIP program. You can do it on a Saturday and a Sunday, online, one-on-one. And it's a lot of fun, and it's fascinating. And you can actually get real results for your patients. My people, the great majority of them, are done with their problems. And I don't care if it has to do with anorexia, bulimia, sex addiction, anxiety, depression, it doesn't matter what the issue is that they come in with. With these techniques, we're able to help them. The only people who really cannot help are people with personality disorders that were diagnosed by a licensed professional, people who have psychotic symptoms because are unable to stay with us in terms of doing the processing that they need to do, and those with an IQ under 70 for the same reason. So if you're interested in learning more, I'll leave my contact information in the description box below. My trainees have really loved it, and it does include a 12-month mentorship so that if you are having a situation with your patient, you need some help figuring out which techniques you need to use with them, I can definitely tell you which techniques to use and in what order. And quite frankly, my trainees love this program. I don't know any NLP training program or any hypnosis training program that does any mentorship after you're done taking the classes with them, which is kind of too bad because that's exactly how I learned how to do these processes really well, by being able to call my trainers when I had a situation come up because I didn't want to do any damage because I didn't know what I didn't know. And that's why I'm offering it, because I would really love to train as many of you as possible in how to actually help your patients heal instead of managing symptoms. And to hold that space for them to heal, because most of them can. Well, that's all I have for you for today. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time. Bye-bye all.